అందరికీ సంతోషంగా ఉందా?
Are you all happy?
Be always happy, 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 happy.
Pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagavan, dear brothers and sisters. Next week, that is 5th May, I'll be visiting Markapur and Ongole of Prakasham district, Andhra Pradesh, for Ishwarama Day celebration and to address Sai centers there. So next week, I will not be able to be present here. Then it is going to be 12th again. On 12th, I will be going to Srikakulam, which is the border district. Next is Orissa. So I will be going to Srikakulam on 12th. 19th, I will have the pleasure and the privilege of being with you. 19th, I will be back to you. And that I will tell you later, my future plans. Now, my friends, I am glad for one thing that the previous talk on Swami, with special reference to Aradhana Mahotsavam and the significance thereof, has drawn wide attention and also made many people think along those lines. I'm quite happy about it because I feel Aradhana Mahotsav is not merely a celebration or a function, but it is an occasion to reminisce or think over, bring back to memory those pleasant days of togetherness with Swami, those nice, sweet dialogues with Swami, and his contribution to the vast humanity, his love, his sacrifice. These things have to be spoken, these things have got to be reflected as a part of Aradhanotsava, as part of this celebration. So it is in that context, last week I could bring to your notice certain of the aspects of the divinity, and I am glad that it has been widely received the world over through YouTube. These things, these talks are kept in the YouTube, and our friends all over the world have been viewing these links, and they could follow, and we are receiving feedback from them. And I thank Mr. Satish Naik there, who records all Sunday programs and puts them in YouTube so that all devotees world over can watch these videos. I thank him and all our Sai devotees for encouraging our sacred activity of spreading the divine message among Sai devotees. Well, I was thinking as to how to conclude the talk on Mahasamadhi Day celebration. Having started last week, I want to conclude this Sunday. Baba at one time said, do not expect incarnation, God in human form, to appear in front of you in the way you expect, in the way you want. Do not expect God in human form with a crown with 4 hands, not like that. Not necessary. Never expect me like that. What is divinity? Swami made it very, very clear. One, to explain and to convince and make everyone experience that all forms are one. All names are one. There's nothing like one being superior to the other. All names and forms are one. That is the first quality, the first aspect of divinity. The second, the unscrupulous will. When once he decides, that will happen. Nothing can come in his way. Nothing can stop him. Unity of purpose, focused attention. And when he says, that is accomplished. Declaration and accomplishment happen simultaneously. Just as when you put on the switch, the fan won't revolve tomorrow. It has to revolve right now. When you put on the switch, the bulb should illumine right now, not day after tomorrow. So when Swami wills, it happens. That is the second quality of the divinity. The third, to teach all of us, also encourage each and every one of us along the spiritual path in a direction such that our mind is undivided. In other words, our mind is dual. Our mind is divided. Our mind is not focused. The mind is not steady. It is multiplicity. It is not after simplicity, multiplicity. It is not after unity. So the mind should stop this what you call dual approach, and the mind should have focused attention. That would confer that undivided, non-dualistic experience. In other words, my friends, non-dualism is ultimate, nothing beyond. The one without the second. The one without the second is non-duality. To give you one example, Baba said, I will not be happy when you call me that I am your father. I don't take it a praise when you say that I am your mother. I don't feel exalted when you call me as your teacher. To consider me as your mother, father and teacher is not a thing that I expect from you. What I expect from you, the correct tribute, the correct understanding is, Swami, you and I are one. I and you are one. I am your reflection, that's all. This kind of non-dualistic experience is the ultimate purpose of the divinity, and it's left to us to tread along the path shown to us. Someone expressed, Bhagavan, we were not sure whether we were with you as Rama. When you were here as Rama, we are not sure whether we were with you or not. We are not sure if we were with you when you have come down in the form of Krishna. We are not sure. At least We are happy that we are with you now in this form of Satya Sai Baba. That is an expression of a devotee. Immediately Baba said, more than that. More than that. Devotees of Sri Rama had the fortune of his company. Devotees of Krishna had the good luck of listening to him. Whereas you, my devotees, have all the three fortunes. A package deal of darshan, sparshan, sambhashan, of the touch, conversation, and also your vision, the manifestation in front of us. So you are 3 times luckier than the devotees of those days. Not only that, Swami added another point. Sometimes we take things for granted. Oftentimes we are covered by curtain of ignorance. The greatest ignorance is to feel that I know. To feel that I know is the highest, biggest blunder that we often make. We should know that we do not know. Because the life is a process of knowing. It is not a process of having known. If that is known, it is past. Past is not divinity. Therefore, my friends, life is a process of knowing. So no one can ever feel that I know unless he is in Himalayan ignorance. May take a couple of lives to know that he does not know. Therefore, as we take things for granted, we feel that we know. Baba tells us clearly, come on, you refer. No avatar has done this as I have done. What is it? I moved among you. I moved among huge crowds. I guide everybody, establish institutions, encourage leadership, move among the common man. This has not happened earlier, said Bhagavan. We should remember this aspect now because these are the memories that we should cherish for a lifetime. Usually we go to see a VIP, an officer. He will make you wait for a couple of hours for nothing, though he is free. And he wants you to see him by appointment. Previous. Bhagavan never said by appointment only. He never said Sunday is a free day for me. He never said front row is for VIPs, as if last row are non-VIPs. When he comes that way, that is the VIP. When he comes this way, this is VIP. So all are VIPs. There is nothing like one being a non-VIP in the sight of Sai. It is again illusion, again an illusion, mistaken identity. So Swami comes to you. When someone said, Swami, we want to serve you. He said, stop nonsense. I have come to serve you. I am serving you. I come to you directly. I bend, collect your letters. I bend, serve you food. I am always available to you. I am your servant. I am your servant. See that. We heard of Last Supper of Jesus Christ from the Holy Bible, who washed the feet of his devotees, of his disciples, the Jesus, in all humility. And now Baba says, I am your servant, waiting at the doorstep when you would call me to serve you. I'm always available, says Bhagavan. Some of us enthusiasts are really tempted to spread Baba's message, to share his message, and many are particular to tell their own experiences, their own relationships, not knowing that they are damaging the very purpose. If you speak about the other man, it will have more effect, greater effect than your own self. Therefore, my friends, how to speak about Swami, how to share Swami's life, Swami's teachings with others, is something that we have got to understand. Shall I share my own experiences? Shall I tell you how close I am? What if you are close or not? The world would have been much better had you not been close to him. It is nothing but vanity, nothing but vanity. Because he is close to everybody. Some may feel close because of functional purpose. You may ask your nanny or some helper, do that, do that. That doesn't mean they are closer to you than your own children. So the verbal talk, the oral talk, being in form with him is only functional, seasonal, occasional, accidental, incidental, but not true. The true relationship is love to love, heart to heart. Why? Because he said, I reside in your heart. I am there. Never feel that I am away from you. The distance between you and yourself is the same distance between you and me. Are you near to you or not? You are nearest to yourself. If I say, I ask you, how far I am to Anil Kumar, what would you say? Until 1 hour back he is all right. When one would become insane, we do not know. Can I say how distant I am to myself? No. I am closest to myself. The same distance between you and me, Baba said. No one is away from anybody. I and you are one. Therefore, if you want to speak about me, if you want to share your experience with me, tell this, I am very close to everybody. Tell this, all are equal to me. That all are divine. That I am present in everyone. And your faith, your discipline, and your conduct, your behavior, your sacrifice, the spirit of service is the best way of publicity to my glory. Best way to speak about me, rather simply verbal and not being practical. That's what Bhagavan has said. We also get a question, how, am I a devotee? Am I? I don't know. You may all call that I am a devotee, but I may not. I am not. You may consider yourself that you are a devotee and that you are the devotee. Nobody can save you. Nobody can save you. It is not for you to declare that you are a devotee. It is for me to say, for Swami to say, you are a devotee, not you. Well, now Swami is not available. Who will say that I am a devotee now? Swami, how to ask you? Are you going to certify that I am a devotee or not? Most of my friends here, they doubt me. How to convince them? I don't have any certificate from you. What shall I do? Baba said this. When you place yourself, kindly follow me. When you place yourself in my hands without any ego, then you are my devotee. Very clear statement. These are the statements that we have to recall on occasions like Aradhanotsava, on occasions related to Swami, on special moments when we rejoice the advent of Avatar. So when you keep yourself in Him, what does it mean? Spirit of surrender, spirit of acceptance of His divine will, that everything happens to our own good, that He decides. Without any ego again, meaning there is nothing like claiming I have done. This feeling of I-ness is a cancer to a devotee. One may find a recovery from cancer, but not the spirit of I-ness. The whole I-ness, I mean ego, not the true self. Therefore, so long I am carried away by this body identification, the name and form, always with a claim that I know, always with a claim that I achieved, always with a feeling of something extra, something more. That is not the qualification and the quality of a devotee. Therefore, Baba says, you can consider yourself a devotee if you keep yourself in my hands without any ego. That is the statement what he said. We should also be aware of another thing that Bhagavan said. Long back, few decades ago, I got a doubt whether what I am doing is correct or not. Will it help me spiritually or not? That was the question I got long back, 40 years ago. One very learned old scholar is our family friend. I asked him, sir, do you think what I am doing is correct? Do you think what I am doing is spiritual? Then he has put me a few questions. First question, what are you doing? I said, I talk about Swami, I write about Swami, I mingle with Swami devotees, and I participate in activities. Nothing more than that. Second question, he said, for whose sake are you doing? Whom are you trying to please? No, sir, I am trying to please myself. For my satisfaction. Good. 3. What is it that you get? Either money or prospects or promotions? Nothing, sir. Then he said, this is spirituality. What is spirituality? When you don't expect anything in return. When you do that, everything in His name, without any ego, that is spiritual life. That's what Baba wants us to do. In this context, I may bring to your attention an incident of a person who said, I have learnt music from this guru. He wanted to introduce his guru to Swami. Great man. Swami immediately looked at him and said, from whom has he learnt? You say you have learnt from him. From whom has he learnt? Evidently, we should be grateful to Baba for what all we know, for what all we are, for all our family, the comfort, convenience, health, peaceful settlement, healthy life, we all owe to Bhagavan Sri Sat Sai Baba. All devotees know that. But this ugly body identification, silly self-identity make us claim, I have done it. That's why Swami calls most of us buffalo. We are not fellows, we are buffaloes. Because this kind of body identification is the quality of a buffalo, but not of a fellow. So Swami's message at this hour is to unconditionally accept him, drop the ego, and do everything in his name without any selfishness. Somebody said, see this, our ignorance. Swami, a large group is from our place, Swami. You are very kind. You have given us group interview. We are very grateful. Most of the people assembled here are new. They are here for the first time. Have you any message to tell them? That is the introduction. That President made that. Swami immediately got up and said, I don't have message for the old people. I don't have separate message for new people. Old and new relate to you, but to me all are old, eternal. To me all are same. To you he may be new, he may be old. I don't have two messages, new message, old message. No. But I have these things which I want you to cultivate. These qualities which I want you to develop. What are they? First quality, unwavering faith. Unwavering faith. Why did he say the first qualification? Because we don't have that. Why don't we have it? Because all desires are not fulfilled. Why all desires are not fulfilled? Because desires are getting multiplied more than mosquito population. When the desires are getting multiplied, many of them being not satisfied, our faith begins to shake. But Swami says, unshakable faith, very important. How to develop that unshakable faith? If we disconnect desire with God, we will have steady faith. But we connect it, link with God. Swami, you are really God. If my daughter gets married without dowry, Swami, you are God. If my son gets married with a huge dowry, here he should get dowry, here he should not lose that amount. God is at a loss to know what to do, what to oblige. So he sits silently, he doesn't get anything there, and he doesn't have to lose anything because she makes her own arrangements. My friends, this is not the way. To link God with the desire is not devotion. It is business. It is business. It is transaction. It is a deal. Let us not have it. Love for love. Why do you love your mother? Just like that. Why do you love nature? Just like it. Why do you love a flower? Just like that. Why do you love rainbow? Yes, it is. So we should know the love for love's sake. When I say love because, you are useless fellow. You cannot say love because. No. There is no cause or because in respect of love. Love is causeless. Love is reasonless. That's the reason why Swami says, no reason for love, no season for love. See? No reason for love, no season for love. Love is love. That kind of love we should develop. That is possible when we have strong faith. That strong faith is possible when we de-link with our desires, the mundane desires. The second, a mind that is restless has got to be steady, has got to be equanimous. Our mind is not equanimous. These are the teachings of Swami. I can mention the page and the line also. I don't speculate, I don't imagine, I don't interpret. We have 63 volumes of Sai literature and I don't need to add my own. Therefore I am directly bringing fresh from the oven. What did he say? Mind, that wavering nature, unsteadiness, mind that shakes, the mind that is always for convenience, the mind that is always selfish, which is political, has got to be put under check. Because some people, when things are convenient, they speak in one way. When things are inconvenient, they just reverse. When things are positive, their mind is one way. When things are negative, their mind is in another direction. Our mind is affected by bumps, jumps, shocks, lashes and slashes. But that's not the quality. Let the mind be steady, equanimous, come what may. How to develop that kind of mind? How to develop that mind? Baba gives you the clue. To know the law of nature. Know the law of nature. Do you mean say summer continues for all the 365 days? No. There is a rainy season. Do you think there will be rains throughout the year? No. There is winter. Seasons go on changing. No season is permanent. Seasons go on changing one after one. Day is not continuous. Day is followed by night. Night is followed by the day. It's all a rotation. So, study the law of nature. The ground is not plain. Mountain up, plain slopes. The whole earth is full of ups and downs. Mountains, valleys, roads, hills, hillocks, pebbles, plain ground, sand. It is not a cement road throughout. No. So the whole nature tells you that it is not like a pillar. No. It has got ups and downs. If you do not know, watch your own body. Your own body is ups and downs. The nose up, down. Lips up, down. Neck down. Why can't you be like a pillar? Why not? No. Paradox is the law of life. Polarity of opposites is the law of life. The diabolical nature of life is the quality, is its fundamental trait. So when once we accept it, that good and bad happen, and that pleasure is an interval between two pains, the mind will never waver. The mind will never get shaken. The mind will never be turbulent. disturbed, stormy, panicky. No, it will be equanimous. That is the quality of a devotee. Then Bhagavan also said another thing. Never get into argument or discussion. Because there are some fellows who don't leave you until you say yes to them. Better we avoid them. That's what I do. When a fellow has a strong position, when he goes on talking, what is it I get? I said, you are correct, thank you. You are right, thank you, good, good. Because he is not prepared to hear you. He is not open. He has got some set of ideas, so that's all. So why should I waste my time? You are correct, thank you. You are correct. Therefore, never get into discussion. Never get into argument. That's what I want. Bhagavan, Baba has said. Because that's unnecessary. Constant touch with the teachings of Baba. Teachings. But we are not in touch with the teachings. Several meetings people ask me, both in India and abroad, would you tell us some experiences? Would you tell us some experiences? I don't know. I tell them this is experience. To talk to you, they have been able to meet you, they have been able to come here, is an experience. What experience you want? They want that experience is how Baba saved you from death. Ayyo, why should you die? For him to invest his miracle. Do you mean to say saving from death is a miracle? Keeping us alive with life is a miracle. Don't you agree with me? To make a student pass in the examination is a miracle. But I say to fail in the examination is also a miracle. To teach that fellow a lesson, so that he will be more regular in studies. So miracles, to our concept, are life-saving beds, life-saviors. Not so. Transformation of your mind is the miracle that should happen. Transformation in our life is the miracle that should happen. Transformation in our relationships, in our attitudes, in our lifestyle, that is the miracle expected from all of us. Again Baba says, follow me, he said. Follow me? Swami is in Samadhi now. Shall I get into Samadhi? You are a fool if you think like that. Jesus said, follow me. Do you mean say you should be crucified? Do you mean say that you should be also nailed on the cross? No. Follow me, Jesus meant follow my teachings. When Baba says follow me, he meant follow his teachings. Unless we are in constant regular touch with his teachings, we will not be able to know where we are. We think that we reached a saturation point. There is no saturation point, please understand. Some people may feel, I have known enough. He has not known anything. Some people may say that I reached some level. There are no levels at all to reach. Some may say, I reached my goal. You do not know what goal is. Why? Spirituality is an eternal journey. It is a continuous journey. It doesn't stop at one level. No. Simple example. A very poor man, a woodcutter, a very poor man. He happened to see a yogi. He fell at his feet, Swami, you should help me. And that Guru said, Don't worry, I'll help you. Go into the forest. You'll find some metal. Sell that metal in the market. You'll get more money. So this fellow went there, got some copper, some metal, and he got more money. Then he saw Yogi and said, "Thank you, sir. I'm better now." No, no, no. Go deeper into the forest. You'll find silver. That fellow has gone this time deeper into the forest. He saw the silver. Ah, richer now. He came to the Guru again. "Thank you, Guruji. I have got silver with me. I am richer now." Ah, good. Go still deeper. You'll find gold. This fellow has gone deeper and deeper in the forest. Saw the gold. Ah, the richest man, jeweler. "Swami, I am very rich man. I have gold now. I am just woodcutter." Arey, poor fellow. Go deeper, still you'll find diamonds there. Ah, then he has gone deeper and deeper. He found diamonds. He came to Guru, "Swami, I have diamonds now." Good. Now my son, I have got one question. I told you where silver is. I told you where gold is. I told you where diamonds are. Where am I? Where am I? Under the tree. How am I? Only wearing a cloth. While you have gone to the place what I told you, where I have said, and you could be rich enough, but I am same under the tree. Why? I know that is all false. I know that's all worthless. I am as happy as you with the diamonds. Without diamonds, I am more happy than you. Why? I have no desires. So, our desire should be to be desireless. Desirelessness is the desire which is the ultimate in spirituality. It is an endless journey to feel that I reached one place is again ridiculous. And so let's continue our spiritual sojourn. Swami, how am I to notice that I am growing spiritually? Some people say I have grown spiritually. I don't know, you have grown in weight, I can see you. Because you were lean then, now you seem to have gained weight. How to know that you have evolved spiritually? Baba said these things. First, mental satisfaction. We don't have that. We don't have, I'm sure. Even in spiritual life, we don't have satisfaction. Why? Swami gave me only a ring, but he gave you chain. He gave you only chain, but he gave you chain and clothes also. Dissatisfaction. Well, you every day go for Nagar Sankirtan. I am not able to go. You go around Ganesha 108 times. I am not able to go in once. There is a dissatisfaction even in the spiritual world. There cannot be greater tragedy than this. There cannot be greater tragedy than this, because spirituality means satisfaction. When there is no satisfaction, it is worldly feature. It is mundane feature. So Baba says, be mentally satisfied. I am happy. I am happy. Yes, I am satisfied with whatever lot that Bhagavan has given. Then you are spiritually grown. What is the second quality? To know that I am spiritually evolved. Be happy. Swami always says, be happy, be happy, be happy. Why should he say that? Because we are unhappy. How does he know? Our castor oil faces. Our castor oil faces, the long, elastic, rubber-like faces, with no smiles, though bank account is adequate, enough of health, children well settled, but this fellow has still oily face. Why? It is not the quality of a devotee. It is not the quality of spiritual evolution. Be happy, be happy, be happy. Thrice he says. Be happy physically, be happy mentally, be happy intellectually. Then you are all happy. So, happiness at all levels. Finally, Swami says, when you find peace within, when you find abiding peace within, when you find that you are not ruffled, you are not disturbed, that you have not lost your peace by any silly ground, that the peace is of fathomless depth, that the peace is untroubled, undisturbed, unperturbed, then you are spiritually evolved. So Swami has said the features of a spiritually evolved person. Somebody said, Swami, I want your photo. I want your photo. He thought that getting photo for Swami is something great. So Swami did not say, have my photo worship every day. He did not say that. Why do you want my photo? The photo will not stay for long. It is not permanent. It is only a film that will get rotten, that will get spoiled, that would get worn out with the passage of time. Why do you want that photo? Have my picture in your heart. Have my picture in your heart, which will continue to be fresh, ever fresh, not a paper or film picture. That's what Swami said. In other words, keep Swami in your heart, His name on His lips, constant thought in our mind is the sadhana given to us. Let's also be sure that He is everything, that is guiding us, that He knows all the time. Then Bhagavan also said, what is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? I don't know. I don't know. Some people feel that I settled here, that is my purpose of life. My answer to the question to them is, electric poles also have settled here. Kadapa slabs have settled here. Do you mean to say they are great devotees? It is not settlement. It is not geographic location. It is not the place and time. It's not that. What is the purpose of life? The purpose of life is the standard of life, but not the standard of living. Standard of living. Some people say, you know, I got my whole house full of marble stones. Have some stones on your body also. Some will say, I got all my rooms air conditioned. Your mind is also conditioned long back. All these gadgets, all these facilities and convenience about which we boast, speak of standard of living. But a spiritual man should care for the standard of life and not living. We should also be thoroughly convinced that what all that happens is because of His divine will, not as per your plan. To tell you honestly, I am very honest here. I never wanted to come here because I know the risk involved. To work with Swami, to work under his nose, in his institutions, is not an easy thing. It is walking on the razor's edge. You should walk without being cut. Walk along the fire without getting burned. I know. I was not willing to come here. Having come here, I was packing luggage every day to get out. 25 years passed, I could not go. It only means things happen as he designs, not as you want. There are many who wanted to be here. There are many who said on the stage openly, I dedicate my life. This life is for you. I will give this skin as to be made sandals for you. Useless for bogus, because they are political statements. Just as politicians say, every drop of my blood for my people. Just the opposite. He squeezes every drop of blood from people. Not. So these are all political statements. But what happens is, as he decides, things will happen. When he decides you should be here, you cannot get out. When he decides you should be out, in spite of your political statements, no. He knows whether they are fit or not. Because he decides, ultimately, that's what we have got to know. And we should also know, as Baba said, I will not change my way. I will not change my mission. I will not change my path. I will not leave you. You may leave me. I will follow you and see that I get things done through you, by you, in the way I want. I will not leave you. That's what is going on. He will not leave you. That's what Bhagavan has said. Swami, what I should offer you? Some people come to me and say, would you give me the bank account of the trust? I want to give money. Please give money. But Baba wants what he wants you. What he wants from you is to give up your selfishness. And he wants you to serve society. Bhagavan wants us to observe unity of all religions and come to conclusion, Bhagavan, you and I are one. While there are some people who enthusiastically come to him, Swami, we want to build a mandir for you. Do you know what he says? Take care of the existing mandirs. There are so many temples which are neglected. Take care of those temples, that is enough. But what temples I want? I want temples built on love, thrive on love, to spread love, not emotional outbursts. My friends, I just wanted to share with you these ideas. There are lots of things, many more. But as the time up, I should also be aware of the time. What I am doing right now is collect his statements, direct statements. What he said directly, and share those statements with people. Because there are so many speculations going on. There are some fellows who dream about him. Some fellows say, Swami appeared in my dream and is going to be born here. So I want to construct a temple. So donations, please come forward. We should tell them, Swami appeared in my dream and told me not to believe you. Why? Bhagavan said, between you and me, the contact relationship is direct. I don't need any other agency to let you know my desire, my plan, my wish. Nobody need to interpret me. I let you know. Some people come and tell me, sir, this is my dream, what do you say? I say, when it is your dream, what is it I can say? I cannot say. Continue to live in the dreamland. Understand that is a dream. This is also a dream. The dream is unreal. This dream is equally unreal. You are real. I have come to know the dreamer, not the dreams. Experiencer, not the experiences. Dreamer, experiencer is divine, ultimate, spiritual, not these experiences, not these dreams. Therefore, my friends, the more and more we are in contact with Swami's message, we will be closer and closer to the reality. Then we will start growing in the spiritual ladder with satisfaction. After all, we do not know what happened before we were born. We do not know what will happen when we leave this world. We live now to know what life is. Let us live to know what life is, or else the life is not lived at all. The life is only spent, but life has not been lived. To live the life, let us know the life before it comes to an end. Because we do not know what would happen later. We do not know what happened before. This is the period to know what it is. May Bhagavan bless us. May Bhagavan help us in this spiritual journey. I will be meeting you again on 19th May next month. Same day, same time. May Baba bless you. Thank you very much. Om Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. शांति शांति शांति। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सच्चाई बाबा जी की जय बोलो भगवान श्री सच्चाई बाबा जी की। गॉड ब्लेस यू। साई राम।